Yo, what's good, everybody? Before we get into this video, shout out to Fextra Life. Basically, in this video, Fextra is going to be talking about the origin of Monkey King, of Black Myth Wukong, and where the whole mythological story comes from, basically. You know what I'm saying? So we spoke about this a couple years ago. We did a whole stream. We was doing like a stream series on Black Myth Wukong, speaking about the origin and listening to stories on YouTube and stuff like that a while back. I didn't know, like, originally, like, you know, I didn't know that Dragon Ball series took a lot from Black Myth Wukong, that story as well. And I started putting two and two together. I was like, oh, Goku did have the staff and everything like that growing up as a kid, the flying Nimbus, all that. So it's very, very similar. We know a little bit about Black Myth Wukong and the whole Monkey King story. So let's dive into this. Let's get into it. And yeah, let's check it out, bro. Let's see what he got to say about everything.
In this video, I want to talk about why I'm so excited for the launch of Black Myth Wukong later this year, and more specifically, why its lore is one of the most appealing points, having played the game myself and with a good understanding of what we're getting.
Ready for this game. I'm so ready for this game.
Wukong is based on the novel Journey to the West, one of the four great novels in classic Chinese literature. However, before we go any further, I want to give a big shout out to the Black Myth Wukong for sponsoring this video, even though we've been covering the game anyway.
They're actually sponsoring the video.
I am so excited for this, and I appreciate their support immensely. If you're interested in picking up the game, make sure you use our link below.
Shout out to him, bro.
The channel.
I'm looking
Black Myth Wukong is a highly anticipated action RPG that many are taking as a Souls-like. The game is directly inspired by the classic Chinese novel.
Wait, hold up a second. He said what? It's gonna be like a Souls game? That's fine.
Many are taking as a Souls-like. The game is directly inspired by the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West, written by Wu Chengyan in the 16th century during the Ming Dynasty. Even if you have little knowledge of Asian culture, you are probably somewhat familiar with the story, as the mythology of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, is one of the most influential characters in Chinese literary history, and has seeped into media everywhere from anime to TV shows to other games.
I told y'all, bro.
To put it into perspective, you could say that Wukong is the Frodo of Eastern literature, except probably even more influential than Lord of the Rings, as this is a story that has thrived in popularity for over 400 years. We've done a preview in the past going over the gameplay and everything we know about the upcoming title as well, so if that interests you, be sure to check that out. However, for this video, I want to shift your focus and give a deeper analysis on what we've seen so far in the trailers, and how exactly Black Myth Wukong fits into the classic tale. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Oh my god, bro.
Since many of you are probably unfamiliar with this tale, let's go over a very brief summary of Journey to the West, and who the mythical Sun Wukong is. The story begins with a magical rock imbued with the essence of earth and heaven, a balance of yin and yang. After 1,000 years, the stone cracked and gave birth to a fully grown monkey. This monkey went on to join a group of monkeys and rises among their ranks to become their king by proving his bravery and finding their home.
I need a refresher, so I'm glad I'm listening to this.
As it happens to all who have accomplished much and feel they have a lot to lose, the monkey became fearful of death and thus departed on a journey to seek the secrets of immortality. His travels led him to become the disciple of an immortal sage, Zushi, and it's here that he is finally given the name Sun Wukong, literally meaning monkey awakened from emptiness.
Just like Son
With training,
Goku.
He develops magical abilities such as transforming into a possibly infinite amount of creatures, creating clones of himself by pulling his hair, or his cloud somersault, all of which we can actually see being used in the trailers. I know you're already thinking of about 10 animes that are starting to sound familiar, but hold on a little longer for that. As Wukong grows more powerful, he also grows more arrogant, becoming prideful and abandoning his master's teachings. You would think this would signal an imminent downturn to his fortunes, but instead he convinces the Dragon King of the Eastern Sea to win himself an absolutely broken magical staff that can change its size, multiply, and fight according to his will. If you have watched the trailers, you may have spotted that we can actually see him putting the weapon in his ear in the gameplay when he shows his staff, which is just one of hundreds of little details that make the immense lore of this game. Having learned mighty magics and obtained a divine weapon, Wukong finds himself still incredibly dissatisfied, as he is probably one of the strongest beings in existence, yet felt like a divine outcast as he didn't have a place in heaven. The heavens in their structured wisdom attempt to appease Wukong by giving him a low-ranking position as a literal stable boy, which made him feel very insulted. Demonstrating that people are people no matter the century, Wukong complains until he gets a new position to guard over the Immortality Peach Garden. However, heaven underestimated the Monkey King as he greedily ate their godly ambrosia, finally gaining his desired immortality and adding unexpectedly immense power.
See, this is why I'm glad I'm getting a refresher on this story, because there was a few things I missed out on that I really didn't catch because I probably wasn't listening properly. So, yeah, bro, I'm glad I'm rewatching this, bro.
Enamored with his own legend and now truly over 9,000, he goes on to wage war with heaven, annihilating 100,000 celestial warriors, defeating all 28 mythical constellations, beating up the 4 heavenly kings, and even taking down a few gods. The scale of these actions is on another level, and when you look at the trailers, you can see some of these confrontations depicted in amazing detail, which is why it's so important to get an idea of the mind-boggling scale of the universe behind this game.
I can't wait.
My personal take on why the story of Wukong has been so successful throughout history is what happens next. We have this story of work and determination and dreams and fulfillment. However, Sun Wukong's existence and previous actions has greatly challenged the current order of heaven. And Sun Wukong felt greatly disrespected by heaven and is unstoppable during his assault of heaven. Then, in a twist akin to the elves showing up to defend Helm's Deep, the unthinkable happens, and the Buddha, the one entity of peace and understanding, has finally had enough.
Wukong's rebellion is then put to a very definitive end by the Buddha himself, who quite literally dropped a mountain on his head and imprisoned him for 500 years.
Yep, I remember that.
This gives Sun Wukong plenty of time to reflect on his actions and digest that very needed dose of humble pie. This brings about his realization that true power may lay in enlightenment and not brute force.
Bro, imagine a mountain being on your head for 500 years. You cannot move. Just there for 500 years. You know how long 500 years is, bro? Nigga, we would never see. Jesus Christ.
As a condition for his release, he offers to act as the bodyguard of the monk Tang San Zhang, along with other sinners aiming to retrieve sutras and go on the path of enlightenment in a journey to the west. From here, the tale becomes episodic, recounting the tales of Sun Wukong and the squad protecting Tang from various demons and monsters called Yao Guis. I know that sounds like the longest plot ever, but this is honestly a very brief summary of Sun Wukong's journey, and it doesn't even cover the actual journey he undertakes with Tang San Zhang. However, there is a reason I didn't go into that. There seems to be some kind of different path taken by Black Myth Wukong, which partially changes this part into their own original story. Now with that context, let's explore that a little bit further. To start, let's go over the intro premise of Black Myth Wukong and the characters. This mysterious monkey-looking person describes the tale of Wukong, but doubts whether he really completed his journey to Buddhahood, lived to tell the tale, or was even a real monkey. This is already a pointer that the story is taking place after the journey of Sun Wukong.
Exactly, after the 500
However,
years.
The playable monkey character doesn't seem to be the Wukong at the end of the story, as he doesn't have his iconic golden armor. We get confirmation once we see the real Sun Wukong with his signature Rui Jingo Bang Staff and golden armor stop the player from finishing off.
Right, that was the original right there.
So with
that's the original Wukong. So we're gonna most likely be playing as a different monkey. You know what I'm saying? So, and we're gonna end up running into the actual the real Monkey King. So this is gonna be an interesting story. So this takes place after the whole. Okay, all right. See, I didn't remember that. I didn't remember that this is what Black Myth Wukong is based off of. So, maybe the monkey that we're playing as is in search of Monkey King. Interesting.
Different monkeys, this raises the question, who is the playable monkey?
True.
One theory is that you play as the six-eared macaque, also known as the fake Sun Wukong.
Right.
This character attempted to take Buddhahood for himself when Sun Wukong went on his journey to the west,
now I remember
but ultimately
this
died by his hand. However, this theory has a few flaws, as the six-eared macaque is, well, dead, and has a very explicit evil goal, which we can't really see being expressed by our main character, known as the Destined One.
Right.
Other theories suggest that he's a rogue clone from Wukong's hair cloning, or he's the leftover empty shell of a body after Sun Wukong achieved Buddhahood.
Right.
It's impossible to really know exactly who this monkey is, so it's anyone's guess.
We're gonna find out, though.
However, there is other gameplay not focused on this monkey, and we do see that we recount events from the original book, despite the story being set in the future.
Right.
We see the player controlling the real Sun Wukong to chase a dragon on his signature cloud somersault.
Yep.
Hi, Goku. In this book, this dragon is probably Bai Long Ma, one of the sinners that go with Wukong on his quest for enlightenment. What's interesting is that we also see the Destined One fighting him in a different scene. This leads me to believe that we're experiencing two different timelines, a historical timeline in which we play as Sun Wukong, and some alternate timeline where we play as this unnamed monkey following Sun Wukong's footsteps. We can see this again when we witness the battle against Heaven scene where the real Sun Wukong fights the Celestial Army in a playable scene. So it's possible that we'll be bouncing between playing through history and playing the current timeline, kind of like Sekiro's Harada Estate.
So we're going to be going through different timelines, alternate universes maybe, This is gonna be fucking, bro. This story is gonna be interesting because we haven't been told this story right here, like the aftermath of a lot of stuff. So, oh my god.
Another strange aspect of this history is that we never see Sun Wukong with his signature crown of the Monkey King, an item which can be used by Tang San Zeng to apprehend him when necessary. So either this Wukong has already completed his journey, or he hasn't started it yet. Moving back to the possible alternate timeline, what would it entail? I think it has something to do with the title Black Myth Wukong, which implies a dark fictional tale of Wukong. It's a big mystery that game science are keeping under wraps for now, but we can definitely confirm that this won't be a one-to-one retelling of the classic story, but instead a new tale that can still offer some mystery for Journey of the West fans.
Right.
And to set a better timeline to the story, let's go over the setting in which we see gameplay trailers in. We see our likely fake Wukong snooping around the slopes of a mountain named Blackwind Mountain, home of the Blackwind Demon. Legend has it that once upon a time this mountain was home to the Guanyin Monastery, and corrupt monks set fire to the monastery to steal monk Tang San Zeng's precious cassock, a Buddhist clothing.
Okay.
In the chaos, a demon known as the Blackwind Demon stole it and took it back to his lair. Wukong confronted the demon and instead of killing him, turned him to the path of redemption with the help of Guanyin, a Buddhist deity who offers a demon a chance at redemption, which leads to him becoming the spirit guardian of the mountain. But what does this mean in reference to the game's setting? From the tiny old man's exposition in Chinese, we can roughly translate that he is lamenting the great fire of Guanyin Monastery as if it was quite some time ago, again implying that the game takes place long after the tale of Journey to the West.
Okay.
However, this should mean that the temple is protected by the redeemed Blackwind Beast, yet we see several bandits scouring the temple. Later, the old man states that they are led by Ling Zhu, a very weak demon who should have been killed by Sun Wukong in the book. This wolf demon is a friend of the Blackwind Beast, and is protected from death by Sun Wukong in the trailer for some unknown reason. The goals of the bandit tribe and the fake Wukong aren't exactly clear, but I personally believe that this is another hint towards the alternate timeline theory.
Right.
Wukong is shown without his signature crown, the demon he killed is alive, and the monastery is overrun by bandits, despite supposedly being under protection of the redeemed Blackwind Beast. So far, none of the consequences from Wukong's journey have actually happened in this reality. Additionally, in another trailer, we also see the Tiger Vanguard, the subordinate of the
I remember this.
You can probably see where I'm going with this. This character was yet another super weak adversary that was killed by one of the squad members in the quest for sutras. Now, he's alive and chilling in a pool of blood, waiting for the mysterious monkey as a boss fight.
That's gonna be a
All of this
fight.
points to the fact that this Wukong hasn't gone on his journey of redemption and killed the adversaries he was supposed to. The Blackwind Demon and Yellowwind Demon are likely still out there, unpunished and unredeemed, and we can probably imply from this that the rest of the demons in the journey, like the spider demons, are as well.
Bro, these boss battles, I already know I'm going to be raging. I'm not going to rage quick. I'm going to be raging, though. Like, I know that for a fact. I might do, all jokes aside, I might do a crazy, insane stream, bro. Like, 24-hour stream or something like that. It's going to be crazy, bro. Just staying on stream, sleeping on the couch right here. I already got the okay from my girl. Bro, we're going to have so much fun, bro. Oh, my gosh, bro.
This falls in line with the fact that we do see the battle in heaven, the large last plot point before Sun Wukong is imprisoned and goes on his redemption story and journey to the west. He caused chaos in heaven, then must have somehow got out of his journey in a 500-year imprisonment, so now he's making amends for that, traveling along with the Destined Monkey in his path to redemption. So that wraps up my thoughts on the game's stories and where I believe it's going. I love ancient myth and stories, and have been lucky enough to visit the Ming Dynasty tombs in China, but I am by no means an expert in any Chinese legend, so feel free to correct me or debunk these theories in the comments if you have any ideas or insights.
Right.
I love to see all the effort game science has put into adding every tiny detail they could to their upcoming title, from the many magics that we'll learn to the truly outstanding character and enemy design. The art direction alone has me looking forward to this, and that's not even considering how much fun I had with the gameplay already. A lot of exposure to Journey to the West around the world comes from other Asian interpretations of the story, particularly via anime, manga, or some popular movies. It's only now, as Chinese studios are making worldwide waves, that we get to truly see the full impact of the cultural legacy of these internalized stories represented faithfully in media. This is very clearly a passion project of some very inspired developers, and I think it's great that people like me are being exposed to this really interesting story, so I hope everyone in our community can take a minute to check it out and discover something new. Black Myth Wukong is set to release this year on the 20th of August, 2024.
We taking off of work.
and is currently sitting as the #1 most wishlisted game
Taking
on
off
Steam
of
now
work
that
automatic.
Hades 2 has been released into early access.
Automatic.
If any of this lore interests you, you should definitely wishlist the game on Steam and check it out on full launch.
Automatic.
Additionally, there's also a mythology contest currently ongoing where you can submit a lore video as well as a social media sweepstakes contest for a chance to get a prize of an RTX 4070 Super Graphics card, custom controllers, official merch, and more.
Yeah, we automatically taking off of work for that one, bro. But hey, this was a great video, bro. Nice getting a refresher on certain things. But I still knew a good amount as well. So that's, oh my God, this is gonna be fire, bro. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you new. Turn on notifications to get notified when I upload and stream. Hey, yo, make sure y'all comment down below what y'all think about this. Are you gonna get the game? Are you pre-ordering game? Which version of the game are you gonna pre-order? You know what I'm saying? So, and also, did this help you? Add some of the origin story in the comments as well, if you know, So, yeah, man, it's your boy Joseph Witty. I'm out of here. Deuces.
Yo, hold on my weight, but I'm all alone. No place to go, so ready to crash. I'm out of my zone. Still waiting for hope, still calling for faith, but hung up the phone. No place to go, bet on the stakes or lose on the throne.